The Seiko Power Design Project began in 2001 for Seiko designers to explore the essence of watches and pursue design possibilities based on annual themes. For this year, the theme is incredibly specialized watches that are so highly exclusive that they probably would not make sense for 99% of the customers. They are created purely based on the personal experience, the passion and the wild ideas of the designers. For the first time ever, the watches from the Power Design Project are being displayed in Malaysia in our new TRX exchange from 5th to 11th of August 2024. A total of 7 watches are on display and we will go through each of them in this video. First up, we have a watch designed specifically for panda lovers. It's a chronograph that represents the face of a panda and they name it as a pandagraph. It has a panda droopy eyes as the sub-dials and the panda ears as the chronograph pushes. But it doesn't end here. If you take a closer look, you will see the dial surface has the fur-like texture, just like the body of a panda, and the hour and minute hands are in the shape of the bamboo leaves. Instead of the tachymeter we use to time stuff, it is named as the sasameter, also known as the bamboo meter, and I guess you can use it to time the slow moving speed of a panda. And flipping the watch, you will see the case back features the adorable motif as the rear side of a panda as well, and for the strap, the whole strap has a fur-like texture to it. Next, we have the Patternmaker. A patternmaker is a skilled worker who produces samples on paper or fabric to be used in clothing industry. In this process, they need to use a lot of serving pins to pin on the samples, and this is where the watch takes its inspiration from. Back to this watch, it is basically just a quartz watch wrapped in a pin cushion. The cushion is squishy, and the most important part for me is that these 2 silver pins are actually functioning. When you pull the pin from the 4 o'clock position, you can set the time. And the other one triggers the inner rotating bezel to show you how far along is the due date for your pattern making assignment. Next up, we have the Sukiyaki. Sukiyaki is a popular Japanese hot pot dish that is iconic and comes with rich history and tradition. Usually there is a grilled meat, mostly beef, alongside vegetables, tofu and mushrooms served in a shallow cast iron pot. This watch is designed specifically for Sukiyaki lovers. First off, you can already see that the dial represents a hot pot with different types of popular ingredients listed on the perimeter. Flip it to the side and you'll see the watch case looks like the iron pot they used to cook the dish. And even the strap is made out of leather from Kobe beef cattle, which is considered to be resistant to water splashes and oil splashes. And the most interesting thing is that this is not just a normal watch, it is actually a timer designed specifically to cook Sukiyaki. So how it works is that right now you can see it is showing the normal time, about 3:30 PM, and when you press the pusher at 8 o'clock, it will go into the Sukiyaki mode. Now the song is ended, you can see that the red color timer starting to tick, and there is a countdown timer for the Sukiyaki soup to boil. I'm pushing the button at 2 o'clock to make it go faster to show you what's next. Now that the soup is boiled, you can see that the hour marker is pointing towards the word in, and the mini marker showing which ingredient to be put in the soup. Now you just need to follow the mini marker to put the rest of the ingredient according to their order. And that is pretty much how you make a perfect Sukiyaki according to this watch. Remember when Rolex used to produce a GMT Master designed for lefties and we all went crazy for it? Well, this next watch has similar intention, but it is designed in such a way that without any sacrifice you can wear it on the left and the right wrist, and the watch changes its color based on the viewing angle. Notice how the whole watch is split in half in black and silver, up to the case and the bracelet. And the coolest part occurred to me when I was adjusting the time. When I move the minute hand on the other side moves as well, so you can see the same time from whichever angle you view the watch. And this is by far my favorite watch in the exhibition, and it's also the most practical in my opinion. Then we have the Sunny Man. Inspired by the lives of the ancestors who get up to work at sunrise and go home to rest at sunset, this watch has got no movement at all, and you tell the time based on the shadow casted on the watch face. This is also known as a sundial, which follows the oldest timekeeping method of human history, dated as far back as 6,000 years ago. To tell the time, you lift the top circular part of the dial and insert the projection rod in the middle. And you face the projection rod to the North Star to tell the time accurately. And to find the North Star, you need to know the latitude and longitude of your current location. And once you have it, this watch allows you to set the latitude and longitude of your location accordingly. From spring to autumn equinox, you tell the time by looking at the shadow of the pin casted on the front side of the dial, and from autumn to spring, you tell the time by looking at the shadow casted on the back side of the dial. Notice that this watch only tells the time between 6 AM to 6 PM because there is no sun, hence no shadow at night. Next up, we have the masking tape enthusiast. Masking tape is a distinctive form of stationery thanks to the texture of Japanese paper and the many unique patterns on it. It is a highly addictive collectible item in Japan with more than 1,000 new varieties introduced in Japan each year. Back to the watch. This watch is a simple quartz watch with a mechanism to attach your favorite masking tape to it. Not only that, the dial area is customizable as well. If you take a closer look, the big area surrounding the dial is meant for you to cut your favorite masking tape and decorate it, making it a unique design of your own. In the game of hide and seek, there is a hider and there is a seeker. So what happens is that the team in Seiko did a survey to find out how many prefers a role of a hider and how many prefers a role of a seeker. And the result is that less than 20% of them prefers the seeker role. And hence this watch is created to change that perspective. Designed specifically for seekers, it is meant to make the seeking process a little bit more fun. And this is not technically a watch because you can't tell the time with it. So what happens is that when you flip the cover and look through the lens, you will see a timer, 60-second and 10-second timer. And then you start the timer, wait for the hider to go hide, and then when the timer runs out, then you can start seeking them. The rotating knob at the top shows you how many players you have found by turning the dial. And that covers all the 7 watches that I have experienced in the exhibition. Thank you very much for watching, and if you liked the video, please consider subscribe and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.